Good afternoon, YouTube. This is the second match that I had in the best out of 3 with Bowser Browses. Figured I'd upload it before going out to work. Basically, he switches his team on me this time, which I really didn't mind. I thought that we were going to be using the same team for all 3 matches, but like I said, it's alright. So, basically, looking at his team, the first thing that I noticed, and the only thing that I noticed that's really going to be a major threat, is his Genesect, because his Genesect can potentially hit 5 out of 6 of my Pokemon for super effective damage, and Stoutland won't even be able to one-hit KO it because I'm not running Fire Fang, I'm running Superpower, so I'm going to have to play extra cautious. I do see the Haxorus, but I'm pretty sure the Genesect is scarfed. So I'm pretty sure that his Haxorus could be Choice Band. It could be the standard Dragon Dance Lumberry version or Dragon Dance Life Orb. Could even be the Dragon Dance Swords Dance version. I highly doubt that. But then again, you know, he has a lot of protection, so maybe it could be. Mamoswine could be the Stealth Rock user with Endeavor. But I'm thinking if something's going to be Focus Sash, it's probably his Dugtrio. So, you know, Tentacruel's probably Toxic Spike Special Wall, and his Gliscor is most likely the physical wall, so I'm really not too worried about anything except the Mamoswine and the Genesect. So, you know, once again, not really sure what I want to start off with, so I just begin with Hippowdon because Hippowdon's specially defensive and it can really take a hit from anything that he has and slack off as a scout. So he starts off with Dugtrio and I start off with Hippowdon. Here I'm thinking that he's going to switch out. I just go for the immediate Earthquake just in case because I don't want to over-predict too early. Takes him down to a Sash like I predicted, and it was obvious because he started off with him. Here he goes for the Memento, which I did not expect. I was thinking Sucker Punch or Reversal, but it doesn't really matter because I just go for the Stealth Rock anyway. So because of the Memento, I really have to switch because I'm not going to be able to deal enough damage. So I figure Kazama is the best Pokemon to send in because I highly doubt that this Tentacruel is running Ice Beam, probably Toxic Spike, Rapid Spin, Protect him like Scald. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a substitute. He goes for a second layer of Toxic Spikes, so I'm thinking I'm going to just be able to set up on this guy, forcing him out into Genesect, who I just substitute again on when he U-turns out. So I'm going to go for the Swords Dance. I finally get to use this Swords Dance on this Kazama. But here, he does indeed pack the Ice Beam, so I'm like, okay. Here I make some pretty bad plays. This is why you're not supposed to over-predict that early in the match. I'm predicting him to send in Genesect, which I should have just went for the Leaf Blade, but instead I go for the sub, which he breaks, predicting me to predict Genesect would come in. So, you know, he's my rival. He does kind of know how I play. So here he makes another great prediction. I'm thinking this time he's sending in Genesect, but yet again he goes for the Ice Beam and I go for the substitute, so that's bad. Here he predicts me to switch out again, which I was tempted to do, but it really is pointless. You know, it really is. So I just go for the Leaf Blade, hoping that it'll do enough to KO this thing, but obviously he's running max HP and a bold nature, so I definitely won't be able to take him out. So because I over-predicted Kazama is going to die in vain, I'm like, I am able to close combat and feint it, but now he's going to be able to send in a Revenge Killer, so I guess over-predicting really does have its toll. This is like the first time that it actually hurt me this badly, but it's okay. The match still goes on. He's going to send in Mamoswine to Ice Shard off, finish off the Kazama. Here I'm going to send in to go ahead and just threaten him out with Surf. Here he sends in the Haxorus, who I highly doubt is Scarf because every Pokemon that's been sent in on me that's nicknamed Scarfed or Banded is like Expert Belted or Leftovers, and they get a free setup on me. But this guy is actually telling the truth. So how the Bible says the truth shall set you free, and Azapel definitely was set free by the truth, so that's very unfortunate for me, but I can send in Magnezone to easily get off a Thunder Wave, and with Sandstorm Residual should be able to KO this Haxorus with a one Hidden Power Fire and a Volt Switch. So here I go for the Hidden Power Fire. There's no point to go for the sub because he'll just break it. And this time I'm not really banking on the Parahax just yet, but I see that he gets confusion within the second turn, so here I'm pretty much just like, well, please get the Parahax or the confusion hacks. But obviously the game wants me to stop relying on Thunderwave substitute combo with Magnezone, so here I go for an extremely risky move. I go for the Volt Switch because he could have easily just sent in Gliscor or Mamoswine to block and then pretty much destroy this Magnezone, but instead his Haxorus is basically useless, so I guess he doesn't really care to Death Fighter it later on. So here I send in Hippowdon, thinking that he's most likely going to either try to send in Mamoswine or Gliscor. I know that I can take an Icicle Crash. I'm just hoping that he does not get the flinch. He does not get the flinch, so I go for Earthquake, which does about 45% of its health, which I am satisfied with. But he is going to be able to take me out with another Earthquake. Smart play on his part not to go for the Ice Shard. There was no point. So now I'm going to send in Tyranitar, and I'm going to be able to KO him with Fire Punch. I was thinking he might send in Genesect, predicting me to be slower or whatnot, or go for a Crunch, but I'm actually running max speed, so that works out for me. Here he goes for the Protect. I knew he was going to do that, expecting an Ice Beam, so I just go straight for the Dragon Dance. Here I pretty much have to use Tyranitar as a last resort, because if Tyranitar fates, then it's good game. So I go for another Dragon Dance, but instead of going for the Toxic, he just goes straight for the Earthquake, which was wise on his part. I go for the Rock Slide and fortunately get the Flinch, so I'm thinking Tyranitar still has a chance, but here I should have predicted that he was going to go for the Protect and go for another Dragon Dance, because with 3 Dragon Dance I would have definitely been able to outspeed his Scarfed Genesect and bring this game back. But once again I made another blunder, so now I'm forced to send in Stoutland, who I'm thinking should be able to take it out with a Choice Band Adamant Return, even if he does Protect and get a Poison Heal, because Stoutland just hits like a Mach Truck, Monster Truck, all that stuff. But this is good game from this point, because his Genesect can easily sweep with the download special attack boost with Bug Buzz. So, you know, the mistakes I made were basically repeatedly substituting on his Tentacruel. I should have just immediately Leaf Bladed, knowing that Virizian's special defense was high enough to take an Ice Beam, and I should have just sent in Hippowdon against Scarfed Haxorus. So he's my rival for a reason. Bowser Browser's good game once again. This is Unhappy Carousel signing out. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and have a nice day.